Hey guys, I'll do a full review of this. It's a Rima. I gotta put the model number there. I've already forgotten it. But this video is more or less how I built the mount it to the trailer. I made it where it could slide off and slide on and not be permanently mounted. It's bolted on. And in that way I could put it on anything. A smaller trailer, which I think would probably be best. Or I could turn it around and put it on the truck and just load logs onto the truck. I have a dually that it would be cool to do that, to make a little short truck just for grabbing you know, cedar logs and stuff like that are high value. And yeah, so not an endorsement. We're going to do a full review of this product, and I'll tell you the pros and the cons and everything that's broken so far, because there has been some stuff, but that's going to be later down the road. All right, we're here at the equipment yard. I'm buying just the grapple off that trailer, the grapple loader. It's got a couple of them. I mean, he'll make you a deal for cash. This is all Alibaba stuff. All of this is Alibaba. All right, guys, you're looking at a Rima ttc03 from Alibaba. And this is a small log loader. Yeah, and today we're going to be trying to put this on this equipment trailer. I opted to get it without the trailer package after looking at the trailer at a local retailer and realizing the trailer is so dinky it would twist, and you really couldn't lift a lot with the trailer because it would just tip over. So it came with a power unit that's separate. It plugs in with quick attaches, and this model for some reason came with a hydraulic winch, which is cool, I guess. And yeah, full rotation, all that. I tested it on the trailer it was on before I bought it. I lifted up my brother. Yeah, worked. So now what we're gonna do is we gotta fabricate. So the trailer design was a walking beam trailer, so you had a giant beam and things would slide out. That's a 4-inch piece of square tubing. The inside diameter of that is about 3 5/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 3.5 by 3.5 piece of steel that mounts here, and that way it welds up here, also sits and bolts, and then this back end I could take off and slide the whole thing off if I want to put on a different thing. Here's a scrap pile where all my projects go to die eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna dig through here and see if I can find anything similar. I don't know if I do. If not, I do have some metal I can double up and get close and then plate it and get something that's relatively close. Guys, at the Forgotten Shop, this is about as close as I can get it down here because of non-running Bobcat. So I need to look for metal. I got some plate, I got some 2x4, and I need to find something else to mount it to. I'm gonna check the Bobcat, see what I got. There's a piece of 2x2. There's a pump mount. I don't know what this is measuring to. That would be cool to make it for the back. So this is 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those, double them up, and then I got that piece of plate still, put it on top. That'll give me to 1.25 inches. Should slide in there. I'm going to space it out about 1 inch, so it's 1.25 inches, 3 inches and 1/4 all the way around. And then I'll slide in there, and then I'll make something redundant laying across this way for it to sit on, and either that'll be that support will probably be welded to the trailer, and then that would be welded to the trailer, but I'm not gonna weld the back side so I can slide it off. I'll have that bolted thing, and then that should be enough. kind of the rough idea. I gotta go find my angle grinder. I don't know where the hell it went. This bracket, I need to cut the belly out so these are level-ish. So I gotta do that. And then I gotta cut that so it slides in there. And I have to balloon out this with the angle grinder so it slides. And then, so basically there'll be a long bolt that goes through this, and that keeps, maybe 2 long bolts, that keeps that in place. It also allows me to move this bracket if I ever need to. And there'll be some bolts going through all this. And then this will be welded, this will be welded, this will be welded. But that way I could take off the front, slide this off, and slide the whole machine off if I want to put it on something else. Your blade's gone when you're using shims to get the piece of metal up high enough to the blade. So my idea is to cut it on each corner, then finish the cut with a Sawzall, and then measure my length there, my width, cut it on each corner, and finish with a Sawzall probably. Let's do it. Yeah, so that needs to cool down. It's hot as fuck. And I probably need to look for my angle grinder because this one's blade is really small. And then while that's cooling, I go ahead and notch, figure out my math on this crap. See how it's lifted here? You notch that bracket. Yeah. All right, let me show you what I got going on. Bam. So I made my own thing. Those will be spaced out a little bit. And just a lot of welding now and grinding. So that's what we're on to next. Looks good. I haven't beat the slag off. I like that one. Okay. Yeah. Measuring time. All right. So I got the piece cut. It's going to fit right here. I got the holes drilled in it for this bracket, which is going to catch the walking beam is what I call it. And so next I got to weld that in. And then after that, go ahead and put that up, mock it up. And I think I can get a wrench in that pipe and tighten it down. I think I can. And go ahead and start working on some more. But first got to weld this and then that. Whatever else. I'm getting tired. The finish line is in sight, but I'm running out of steam. Okay. All right, guys. So I got those 2 pieces clamped and about to weld this piece of flat iron on top. That'll hopefully get it to about 3¼ and then I'm gonna thread it in and see if it fits. And if I need to shim it a little bit more, I got another piece of flat I'll weld on the bottom. So it's all welded. This is removable. We'll slide the piece on. So what's next? I need to drill a hole through this somehow, and then yeah, we put a, that way we'll have a pin that goes through there or something, like a big pin. And yeah, my back hurts. So all the welding's did. It's tough. Alright, so I got it mounted, bolted in. I need to get a longer bolt to go all the way through. I had to stop it here and just put a nut on it. But it's sitting and it's bolted. So yeah, now it's ready to put the power unit. I'm thinking I could mount it like right here, because that's kind of how it straddles. We'll see. So close. Kind of probably got a lot of tongue weight, but I don't think this thing weighs more than 1,000. I don't know. Yep, close. Close. That's pretty good. That's a big size. That's a pretty good size walnut log. I do gotta extend the outriggers so they're not on blocks like that, make it a little safer. And I think I might want to put some teeth in the grapple so it grabs, you know, doesn't slip on a wet log. It is raining pretty hard here at the sawmill, so that's a log that I would probably pay about $100 for because it's walnut, you know, maybe a little less, and I would get probably about $800 worth of slabs out of, and I didn't have to bring this out, which is the idea of this. So there's tweaking I gotta do on it to make it good, but that's about a 6-foot log, so pretty good. I'm amazed. The biggest problem is because it's fully extended basically, and it's lifting that log. So yeah, the biggest problem is that winch hits when you rotate, so I gotta drop that down, and then I can get more of a range of motion because I want to test the range of motion on her. Estimate that log at about 1,000 pounds. It's walnut and it's about 6 foot long, 20-ish on that end, about 30 some on this end because it's crotch. So I'm pretty impressed with that. It does need some tweaks. It needs barbs on there so it doesn't slip a slippery log out, and also this needs to be moved down because this winch hits on it when I do full rotation. But hell, I think it's doing pretty good.